Hello everyone, I am Mrs. Esther Messi. Welcome back to another session of Lesson 1, the French Revolution. Today we will study about the outbreak of the French Revolution. Louis XVI called an assembly of the Estates General to pass his proposal to increase taxes on 5th May 1789. The first and second estates sent 300 representatives each, who were seated in rows facing each other on two sides, while the 600 members of the Third Estate had to stand at the back. The Third Estate was represented by its more prosperous and educated members only, while peasants, artisans, and women were denied entry to the assembly. Voting in the Estate General in the past had been conducted according to the principle that each estate had one vote, and same practice to be continued this time. But members of the Third Estate demanded individual voting rights, where each member could have one vote. After rejection of his proposal by the king, members of the Third Estate walked out of the assembly in protest. On 20th June, the representatives of the Third Estate assembled in the hall of an indoor tennis court in the ground of Versailles, where they declared themselves a national assembly and vowed to draft a constitution for France that would limit the powers of the monarch. The Third Estate was led by Mirabeau, a noble, and Abicias, a priest. While the National Assembly was busy at Versailles drafting a constitution, the rest of France was in trouble. Severe winter destroyed the food crop, which resulted in increase in the prices. The bakers also hoarded supplies of bread for making greater profit. After spending hours in long queues at the bakery, crowds of angry women stormed into the shops. At the same time, the king ordered troops to move into Paris. On 14th July, the agitated crowds stormed and destroyed the Bastille. In the countryside, rumors spread from village to village that the lords of the manor were on their way to destroy the ripe crops through their hired gangs. Due to fear, peasants in several districts attacked the castles of nobles, looted hoarded grains, and burned down documents containing records of manorial dues. Large number of nobles fled from their homes and many migrated to neighboring countries. Louis XVI finally recognized the National Assembly and accepted the Constitution. On 4th August 1789, France passed the law for abolishing the feudal system of obligations and taxes. The number of clergy were also forced to give up their privileges. Tithes were abolished and land owned by the churches were confiscated. Now we will look at how France became a constitutional monarchy. The National Assembly completed the draft of the Constitution in 1791. Its main object was to limit the power of the monarch. These powers, instead of being concentrated in the hands of one person, were now separated and assigned to different institutions, like the legislature, executive, and judiciary. This made France a constitutional monarchy. Explanation of how the new political system worked is given in the figure. The Constitution of 1791 vested the power to make laws in the National Assembly, which was indirectly elected. That is, citizens voted for a group of electors who in turn chose the assembly. Not all citizens, however, had the right to vote. Only men above 25 years of age who paid taxes equal to at least 3 days of a laborer's wage were given the status of active citizens. That is, they were entitled to vote. The remaining men and all women were classed as passive citizens. To qualify as an elector, and then as a member of the assembly, a man had to belong to the highest brackets of taxpayer. The constitution began with a declaration of the rights of men and citizens. Rights such as right to life, freedom of speech, freedom of opinion, equality before law were established as natural and inalienable rights. That is, they belong to each human being by birth and could not be taken away. It was the duty of the state to protect each citizen's natural right. I hope you all have understood this much. We'll continue this lesson in my next video. Thanks for watching this video.